Apparently this game is based on an anime series that I've never heard of before. Don't know what to expect. Let's have a look.
Fight for change in Hanoji Academy's first Naturals election!
No escaping this! That hurt!
What just happened?
Kill the Kill, the game. If.
First thing the game hits you with is this. Warning, copying, distribution, upload and bollocks! What was that? If you're gonna give me a piss poor excuse why fair use doesn't apply to you wankers, at least leave it on screen long enough for me to read it. Then the music starts. It's really loud. It's maxing out the volume on my recording software. It's pretty awesome though. So after you're done listening to the music 5 times on loop, I know I did, and after an introductory exposition dump,
This is a King of the Hill final battle! Finishing move! Seni Soul Sheets!
then finally,
Seni Soul Sheets!
and then finally,
Seni Soul Sheets!
finally,
Can you dodge this? You can't escape. Go. You got dirt on my clothes. Can you? You can't. Come over here. I can do this too. Go slow.
Why you?
In case you're not familiar with the anime, as far as I can tell, the world is being invaded by an evil, large, glowing ball of orange wool. With me so far? Yeah, me neither. Fuck it. Let's just kill shit. You get a melee and ranged attack, a block, a dodge, a block breaker, which takes a moment to charge, leaving you vulnerable. Basically, it's rock, paper, scissors. You've also got 3 specials and a counter burst move, which is used to break out of an enemy's combo or to begin bloody valor. And this is where the game literally becomes rock, paper, scissors. Make a choice between 3 options and hope you pick one better than your opponent.
I am the Academy's disciplinary committee chair, and Lady Satsuki's strongest sheep! I'll crush you in the blink of an eye!
Continue!
Know the difference in our strength! As long as I live, you don't stand a
Break!
It's not a deep combat system. You can vary how you string certain moves together, but it doesn't alter the attacks that much. Blocking and dodging, both defensive options, don't really help you all that much. You have to basically be on maximum attack almost all the time. Otherwise you're just going to have your ass handed to you. The combat's fast and frantic though. Can't fault the game for not feeling like an anime. The pace is blistering.
You got.
Can you see this?
You got. You got dirt on my clothes.
Savor it thoroughly! This is
I'm not done yet. Come over here. I can do this.
Wait, what? hours? Is that all? 3 hours, 10 fights, game over. Matches don't even last more than 1 round. And 3 of the chapters have no fights in them at all. This game's 50 quid. 50 quid! That's bullshit! That's arse! That's complete and utter... Oh wait, there's a second chapter. Why did the game do that to me? Do games think they're being clever when they do a fake ending or something? Chapter 2 has you in control of a second character, so at least things feel different. She plays a little bit differently to the first, in the sense that her attacks have shorter range, and that makes her more of a pain in the backside.
Right there! There! You stay down! Right there! There! Take this, assboy! There!
Guard break.
Impossible! There! Right there! Will you? I let you go! Come on, come on!
Match set.
Sometimes the game pits you against several opponents at once, which causes a major problem. Any attacks you perform are directed towards the currently targeted enemy. Okay, the problem is you can't see which enemy you're locked onto, there's no visual indication on screen, and there's no way of controlling which enemy you target. The system simply locks onto the nearest one. I think. You know what else is uncontrollable? The camera. Bloody hell, the camera's annoying. It doesn't track you if you fly into the distance. It doesn't move when you're behind a bunch of enemies and you can't see yourself.
Take this!
I'll crush you, purging whip! No escaping this! I'll crush you!
Match set.
I won't mind half as much, but the right stick doesn't do anything. They didn't give it anything to do. L2 and R2 don't do anything either. They could have been used to switch targets. I don't get this. Maybe they didn't want the player distracted by all those additional functions, you know, given the fast-paced nature of the fighting. But in my experience, the auto-lock and the camera angle are the top 2 things I don't want a computer doing for me, because it usually cocks them up. Anyway, that looks like the end of chapter 2. Wonder which character we'll get next. I do actually like the fact that we get different characters and slightly different viewpoints every time you play. You're getting a little bit more context the further you go in. Okay, I don't think it's faking me out this time. 5 hours, 20 fights, game over. Honestly, I can't remember how long Mortal Kombat 11 took me to beat its story, but this feels short. It talks most of the time, and when you do get to the fighting, it's very unsophisticated. Plus only 2 characters are playable throughout.
I can see it.
There's a challenge mode where you kill as many covers as possible. whatever the hell covers are.
Not done yet! Not done yet! Right there! Not done yet!
Multiplayer's alright. The matchmaking is honestly better than I was expecting. You get into a fight pretty quickly.
I'm not letting you It's not even a scratch! Can you see this? Why you? Not done! You're not done! It's not even...
Counter hit!
Not done yet!
Counter hit!
Not done yet!
Bloody valor! Begin!
Stand down, fool!
Attacker wins! Continue!
Listen to me, you fools! How dare
Attacker
you!
wins! Continue!
How absurd! Who do you think you are? Know your place, you
wins!
pigs in human clothing! Disperse!
We're over!
This is not the end.
Plus, you get to use any of the characters on the roster in these modes. All 8 of them. 8 characters in a fighting game. This game is threadbare from start to finish in every single way. There's actually another game this studio has done that I've actually played and reviewed. Little Witch Academia: The Chamber of Time. That game was also based on an anime series. It also had simplistic combat. But it spent more time with exploration and character interaction. It wasn't a particularly good game, I gave it a 6 out of 10. But the characters and the world are what drew me into it, held my interest. The characters in Kill La Kill If are more interested in yelling and beating each other up. They don't sit still long enough for you to get to know them. So I didn't. Maybe the anime has more character. Maybe the anime took its time to set things up. Maybe the anime is awesome. This isn't. The combat is too simple. The content severely lacking. The story compressed and badly told. And the characters don't have one. Character, that is. And if you're trying to intimidate me with string and needles, let's just say Hollow Knight did a way better job than this. I was thinking I might give this game a 4 out of 10. But then there's the price tag. 50 quid for this. For this. That's just a fucking insult. And you know what? There's a collector's edition for 80 quid. And I sometimes accuse the publishers of trying to rob us blind with loot boxes. This game doesn't even bother with that subterfuge. The final score for Kill La Kill If is a 3 out of 10. This is just bad. Bad game. Bad game. Do you know what gets me though? Is that this game has quite a few good, very high scores on Metacritic. I can only assume they're coming from fans who have seen the anime series and therefore are playing it with some kind of context. But honestly, even if you are a fan, I wouldn't recommend this at 50 quid. 15, 25 quid at a push 30 for what you're getting. Because wait for a price drop, or get a pre-owned copy, or borrow it off someone else who already has it, you know what I mean? Because, Mortal Kombat 11 is a fighting game. It's been out a while, And you can get it for less than 50 quid right now. And it has far more content than this game. Way more. So yeah, that's Kill La Kill If. 3 out of 10. Bad game. Bad game. Can't recommend it. Even if you're a fan, get it at a reduced price. Because 50 quid is just criminal. Okay, I think I'm done whining about it now. What did you think of my review? Leave a like or dislike down below. What did you think of the game? Are you a fan of the series? What's the anime like as well? Because I haven't seen the anime. Does it have a better character and story than this? How does this... Because this game rushes it. Even I can tell that. Leave a comment down below. And if you still want to hear more from me after this, you can subscribe. Or if you want to inflict me on someone else, you can share. See you next time. Almost all the time. Otherwise you'll have... Oh, I've just realised that I don't have the... I forgot to write in on the... I forgot to write in on the text that the ball of wool is supposed to be on the desk, so I didn't put it there. And now I have written it in. And now I've got to go get it. I could do with a ball of boomerang wool. I don't want the computer doing for me. Because it... Oh, shit, I've just noticed there's a... You know what? Scratch those last 3 things, because I should have put the ball... I haven't been reading the notes. I should have put the ball of wool back on my desk. It even says it this time in my notes. I already wrote it in. Ball of wool back on desk. It actually says that.